the number one prerequisite for any relationship that you're going to start with someone. It's going to be chemistry. If you don't have this, you don't have anything. Chemistry is the number one reason why people either succeed with someone or they fail with someone. If you don't have chemistry with this person that you want to get with, then you should give up. Because you can't build up chemistry, you can't make it, and you cannot tear it away. Chemistry is just something that happens. If you get it, you're lucky as hell, and if you don't get it, then, refer to what I said in the past and give up. Because if you don't give up, and you never get chemistry, you're going to be perpetually putting yourself in a waiting room where you're going to see this person constantly get with other people, have better, more fulfilling relationships with other people, and you're never going to get there. You're going to wish that you had given up when I told you to, which was when you noticed that all your conversations with this person were forced, they were bland, they were dull, and they were boring. If you have boring conversations with people, then you're a boring person to be around for them. People remember you for the actions that you do with them. So if you're constantly trying to impress someone, then they're just going to see you as a bullshitter. So you need to be authentic. There's something about people. Once you've lived for about 14 years, I'd say about 60 to 50% of people are able to recognize bullshitters right off the bat. Especially if you're trying to impress someone, or if you're trying to, pretend to be someone like they would like. Because people know other people, especially if you're in a school environment and they have a lot of other people to compare you to. And once they see that you're not authentic, they won't like you, they won't want to hang out with you, and they won't trust you. And once they reject you, which they will, it'll be hard for you to live with yourself knowing that maybe if you were authentic, they wouldn't have rejected you. But once you have those two things, and you have them locked down, and okay, I'm not lying to myself, I'm being myself, and me and this person, we have chemistry, then you're going to need to know if you're unique. You need to see something in yourself that other people don't have, or other people don't utilize the same way that you do. Now this can be simple stuff, or this can be extreme stuff. But it will always be the extreme stuff that guarantees it. The people at the end of the spectrums, no matter which way, will always be the people who have partners. Because, subconsciously people see that this person is rare. That you won't find this person in a lot of other people like you can maybe with your average person working 9 to 5. If you can prove to people that they can't get you anywhere else, then they'll, even if they don't want to date you, they'll at least value you higher. Because that's how we like to price things. The rarest things cost the most. And people look at each other the same way. And so whether it's how you look, whether it's what you do, your dreams, and one of the most maybe important ways is how you talk. If you can find at least one of these things and make it unique about yourself, people will notice that as well. If you, every time you stub your toe, say, awu wee wah wah, people will notice that. They will appreciate it, and subconsciously, they will like you more. Maybe they'll say it's weird. Maybe they'll say, oh, you should be more normal. But they like it. Subconsciously, they like it. People like weird shit because the world is normal. You have to, at least a couple times in your life, experience some weird shit. And if you're the catalyst for that, people appreciate it. But after that, after you have your uniqueness, you're going to need to build up familiarity. And I learned this from Matt Pat when I was like 10 years old. I was watching his dating sim video about how he wanted to slam Princess Peach. And that lesson has stuck with me forever. He did the research. He did the work. He pulled the statistics. He did the polling. All right. The most common places for relationships to blossom is school, it's work environments, and its communities. Why? Because, especially for school, you're there almost every day, 8 hours a day, in classes, doing work, talking, seeing each other, for at least 12 years, especially if they stay in the same school districts. And work, same thing. You're working hours, same place, constantly you're talking, you're trying to make the best out of your situation, you joke around. It's all building up familiarity. And especially now, with social interactions happening a lot online, you're going to need to text whoever it is a lot. You're going to make sure that you and this person see each other at least once a day. At least once a day, that's going to be the bare minimum, and that probably won't even get you anywhere. You're going to have to do more than that. And you might think, well, I don't want to annoy this person. But we have already taken care of that with the chemistry and the authenticity. People love authentic people. And people love chemistry. It feels good. So familiarity, it won't be a problem. Especially in school. You can ask this person to walk to classes with you. You can sit at the same lunch table. I don't know anything about work, but I could assume that you could eat at the same places, maybe visit a cubicle or some shit. Familiarity is the number one driver to success. This will get you from point A of being just a friend that they see sometimes, in some friend groups, to being at point B where there's someone that they want to hang out with all the time. And if you're able to be with them more, you have opportunities that arise to see them. Even just walking down the hall and them catching a glimpse of you will help. Then after that, you're going to need to test your progress. See how far this is taking you. And I'm pretty sure everyone and their mother has done this and probably knows this. There's no reason not to mention it. One of the best ways to test your progress with someone is backing off. After I told you about the familiarity, constantly being with that person, talking with them all the time, seeing them, go ahead and back up a little bit and see if they start to initiate. If you scroll up in your text messages and you see that you're the person constantly initiating conversations 9 out of 9 times, then you're going to need to stop and you're going to need to see if this person starts talking to you. Because if they don't, and then they keep not talking to you, that's not a good sign. Of course, it's not a deal breaker. Some women are cowards. alright? Which means that you're going to need to prepare yourself to ask this person out. Because 9 out of 10 women are cowards. That is a fact, okay? And if you are crying over the possibility of rejection, then you should give up. Because rejection is the best thing that can happen to you. It's akin to bombing on stage, and all those comedians who have ever bombed, which is all of them, will tell you that bombing is the best thing that can happen to you. And if you talk to people who have been in a lot of relationships, they will tell you the same thing applies to getting rejected. Rejecting and getting rejected, actually only getting rejected, can help you and will help you deal with that better. It will improve your confidence and it will only increase your odds. If you get rejected, there is nothing that you could have done. And now, all that time that you spent getting familiar with that person, playing all the games of having to test your progress with them, you can just cut that off. You can send a cat gif and leave because it's over, it's done. Okay? Another tip, and a lot of people, they may know this deep down, but they don't apply it. God knows I didn't apply it until a long time. Do not be friends with people who have rejected you if you keep those feelings. Like I said with chemistry, it'll put you in a perpetual waiting room. You will feel horrible again after again after again. It will be nothing but sorrow and suffering if you stay friends with someone that you want to bang. So just don't. Throw your hat on, the fucking whatever the phrase is. Toss your hat off, take your coat off, whatever the fuck. Just rest knowing that you probably did all that you could have. But yeah, that's about it.